If you like the skillful and haunting illustrations by Berni Wrightson, I can recommend you pick up The Mutants. Hi, I'm Annie, and The Mutants is a short story collection with all kinds of horror short stories, and all of the comics and all of the illustrations are drawn by the magnificent Berni Wrightson. I think that Berni Wrightson is one of the best comic book artists that America has ever brought forward. I think he is just excellent. There are not many draftsmen that can tip Berni Wrightson. And this is not only a short story collection, there is also a portfolio in it with these page-filling illustrations made by Berni Wrightson. So that is really, really excellent as well. The quality of the stories are most of the time excellent, I find. Some of the stories are straight, pure horror, but a lot of times they have a dark sense of humor in it as well. And I like that very, very much. Take, for example, the short story Conjure a Woman. This is about a witch who is cooking up a monster, and this has a really it's a comic of 3 pages, and it has a really funny ending, a really silly ending, but I laughed out loud. And there are more funny comics in this collection as well. Now for the reason why I bought this comic, and that is of course for the illustrations. Like I said, I've always been a great admirer of Berni Wrightson, and I think he is at his best in his pure black and white drawings, in his black and white illustrations. The way Wrightson makes it seem like these illustrations are made with such ease. The way his pen or his pencil or his brush flows over the page. This looks absolutely magnificent, to me anyway. And the way his mutants look, they look very organically, and they look like real accurate as well. Like these people could have existed in real life. Maybe there were people who were born with 3 arms. I do not know this, but he draws it. You can see it looks like this could have been anatomically correct. And I think he does an excellent job at this. And his illustrations always feel dynamic as well. Take, for example, this page. This really looks really looks dynamic. Wrightson began his career as an illustrator for the Baltimore Sun newspaper back in 1966, and after he met the legendary illustrator Frank Frazetta, he directed his career more towards comic book illustrator. And if you look closely, you can see some similarities between Wrightson's drawings and Frank Frazetta drawings. Take, for example, the way, like I showed you, the illustrations are really dynamic. There's always some action in it. And I think maybe he learned that from Frazetta. Anyway, in an EC fanzine that was published in September 1986, there was an interview with Wrightson in it, and he has said so himself that he was greatly influenced by Frazetta. But he denied ever copying Frank Frazetta, but early drawings of Wrightson seem to prove the opposite. But hey, what's the harm in copying the masters? That's the way to learn. Most of the time, yeah, you learn from teachers and you learn from practicing, but copying the masters, well, it is a good idea to copy the masters if you want to learn how they work and how they make their illustrations. I think there's absolutely no harm in it. But I read this in an article on the Ragged Claws Network website. I will link it in the description box below. I can recommend you read this article because it is really an interesting article. Yeah, what do you think? Copying from the masters? Do it or don't. Well, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to like and subscribe, as I appreciate that very, very much. And you can get more videos like this in the future. As always, thanks for watching.